How are we going to get sales? Well, generally speaking, we only hire people that we know. So if people don't know you, they're not going to hire you. They will hire less talented people than you in your eyes because they know them. People hire who they trust. People hire who they like. So let's write that down, okay? They have to know you. They have to trust you. And they have to like you.
So kind of talking about networking a little bit?
Well, this is just a fundamental thing about human relationships.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't know you, I'm not going to trust you, and I'm not going to like you because I just don't know you.
Right.
That's pretty standard. So we kind of take this part here. I'm going to put a little asterisk or a star next to it, is the knowing part. This is what we call marketing. Like, how do I get to know you? Now, a lot of people don't like marketing and sales because we have a negative relationship with people who have been salespeople in our lives. I'd like for you guys to take a moment to think about people who have sold you something or tried to sell or to pitch you really hard. A lot of salespeople are taught to sell using high-pressure tactics to get you to do something very uncomfortable, to make a purchase in the moment, an impulse buy. And I've had many, many such experiences in my life. So they all left a negative taste in my mouth, right? So they would use a scare or negative tactic, making you fear what's going to happen if you don't take action, creating a false sense of urgency. And if you've ever been part of a timeshare sales pitch, it's exactly like that.
Those are the
They're
worst.
expertly crafted. I've been part of it. I will never go and eat a free breakfast again because nothing is free. That's what my dad told me. Nothing in life worth having is free, and he's totally right. They're grinding me. I almost bought a timeshare I didn't even want. That's how effective they are at selling.
And they're really good at their objection handling too.
Of course,
Turn
they're all
around
trained.
like, I don't want it, and then they'll loop on another offer. Oh, then we'll throw in, a dinner with it or
No,
something.
for us, they were like, so you're saying that seeing your kids growing up is not an important thing. That
Wow.
spending time with your family is not. It's like, I didn't say that.
Wow.
Oh, I guess I better buy it. Like, here's my money. Just leave me alone. So in order for people to know you, you have to make some kind of effort. And there's two kinds of ways that you can market. One is called outbound. And we'll talk about that a little bit. The other one's called inbound. And they're kind of like the way they sound. Outbound is you going out and reaching out to people, running ad campaigns, sending out cold emails or warm emails, prospecting on LinkedIn and things like that. That's outbound. Inbound is where you create something that's valuable that draws them in. Right now, there's a couple hundred people watching our channel with just a simple notification of an event, or maybe the bell goes off on YouTube for those of you guys that hit that button. This means that people are coming into us to find out more about what it is that we do. This is called inbound marketing. Now, of these two types, I find that creative people have greater success doing inbound marketing because we have a fear of talking to people. We're kind of socially awkward, and we just don't like the idea of sales. And the reason why we don't like sales is because people get really pushy. They put things in front of us that we don't want. Now, we're being sold all the time. I don't know if you guys realize that or not. In life, you're either being sold or you're selling. So we're being sold things all the time. Ideas about which party to vote for. What kind of foods that we should eat. Somebody's going on a vegan diet for a couple of months. Or what kind of lifestyle should we have? We're being sold ideas all the time. And we sometimes consciously make a decision to buy. And more often than not, we're making an unconscious decision to buy. And that idea of putting your creativity out for sale is also kind of a thing that makes us feel really dirty. So I want to change the conversation around sales and marketing. What I need you to think about is, how can you create something that's valuable to someone? It's very different than saying, I want to push what I have on you when you don't need it. If I have only hardwood floors in my house and somebody's trying to sell me a rug vacuum cleaner, they're not even paying attention to me. However, if they were offering up some kind of solution that helped me keep my floors cleaner via some kind of dry mop system or a Roomba robot thing that would go around and clean it, I'm much more interested because what they have to offer is in alignment with what I need. Okay, so you cannot sell something to someone who has no need. And that's why we think of sales as being really pushy. What I'd rather come to is to have a conversation with the business owner and say, what kind of challenges are you having? What kind of goals would you like to hit that you're not hitting today? And then just be a very good listener. Amateurs give advice. Experts diagnose. So what we want to do is stay in the diagnostic phase for as long as possible, and we want to be paid for that phase. We get paid to think versus make. Since there's a bunch of dudes in this room, I'm going to make an off-color joke as a metaphor, okay? We do not want to be premature in anything. We don't want to be premature in the conclusion that this must be the problem. You see, if we play the role of somebody who's very curious and we're a professional consultant, we don't come into the room and say, it must be Alfred was murdered in the living room with a candlestick. I know that already. Like, there's no candlestick here, dude. No, it must be the candlestick. You see what I'm saying? Like, we come in with our inherent bias
Right.
and prejudice
Right.
that it must be this. Because you know why? Because all we sell is logo work.
Right.
What if we sold ideas? What if we sold consultation? What if we sold an idea to help businesses? And then it doesn't really matter what the problem or the solution looks like. We could be there to solve this. And this is the dialogue I wish we're all having in the 21st century in 2018 around business dynamics and understanding how to help a business grow through the power of creative thinking and sometimes making something. Mark, back to you.
I think that's a good approach to it. I mean, we don't want to prematurely jump into a solution.
Never.
And a lot of the videos where you talk about, these business negotiations, it's definitely, you want to stay in that diagnostic phase as long as possible, as you've reiterated. And I think the push method, obviously it doesn't work. You don't want to just hard sell. What I've learned is, it's a pull versus push method. You want to bring them into it. That's what you're referring to when you're talking about inbound marketing. And
Correct. I love that.
Yeah.
So that's even simpler words. And I like to keep things simple. So outbound is pushing things on people and inbound is pulling them in. So now you have to create something that's valuable for people so that they pay attention to you.